how to send Facebook leads to different Google Sheets based on location automatically. So the use case here is I have created multiple spreadsheets in my Google Sheets account, and now whenever a new lead is arrived via Facebook lead ad form, firstly I will check that what choice they have selected while submitting the form, and then based on the choice they have selected, I am going to add the lead into that specific Google Sheet. So in this way, I am going to automate the process of adding the Facebook lead ad data to different Google Sheets to multiple Google Sheets without doing anything manually. Want to automate this process? Come with me and I will show you everything step by step. So let's take an example that I'm running some school, and for the marketing of this school, for generating the leads for this school, I'm running ads on Facebook, for which I have created this Facebook lead ad form. Now I'm running the same school in 3 different cities, that is Bhopal, Indore and Pune. So that is why I have added this drop down as well, and I have a dedicated marketing team for all these 3 different cities. Okay, so I want that if the lead is selecting Bhopal at the time of form submission, that lead information should be added into this Bhopal leads spreadsheet. And I have created 2 more spreadsheets here, one for the Indore location and another one for the Pune location. So I want that whenever a new lead is arrived, based on the choice they have selected, the lead data should be added into specific spreadsheet, that too automatically. Okay, so I'll show you how you can automate this process. Even I'll show you everything live here with an example. But to automate this whole process, firstly I will have to build an integration in this Facebook lead ad form application and in this Google Sheets application, which I am going to do with the help of software called as Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software. I am an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so I am already logged in here. You can create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test these kind of amazing automation. Now once you will log in and reach out to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, click on this blue button that is create workflow, and then provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I am providing the name something like send Facebook leads to different Google Sheets automatically. Okay, I'm providing this particular name. Now after providing the name, I will select the folder. So I want to create this automation workflow into this main workflow, so that is why I have selected this specific folder. Now I have clicked on create, and after that you will find 2 boxes. So these boxes are called as trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever something happen in your first application, then automatically do this in your next application. Okay, so in this way you need to always choose your applications in this trigger and the action window in which you are building an automation. Okay, so according to our use case, I want that whenever any new lead is arrived via Facebook lead ad form, firstly we will check the choice they have selected, and based on that choice I'm going to add the very same data to Google Sheets application. Okay, so I have selected both the applications in this trigger and the action window, and now the idea here is firstly I will connect to this Facebook lead ad form application with the Pabbly Connect and will capture all the lead data. Okay, so that is why in the trigger event I'm selecting this new lead instant. Okay, triggers when a new lead is submitted in specific lead generation form associated to your Facebook page. Okay, so I have selected the same. Now clicking on connect, then clicking on add new connection, and for the connection you will have to provide the access of your Facebook account, but because I'm already logged in, so it is directly asking me for the permission, so I have clicked on continue. The authorization is also successful, and in this way the Facebook lead ad application will be immediately connected with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so here you can notice because we are already connected, whatever the pages are available inside my Facebook account have started visible here. Okay, so let me show you. These are the several pages I have created inside my Facebook account, and and the same pages are visible here also inside the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Okay, so I'm going to select this specific page. Okay, St. James Higher Education. Okay, so give me a second, let me directly search for the same. All right, okay, so here is my page, and as soon as I select the page, I'm really sorry for that, whatever the forms are associated with this page will visible here in the drop down. Okay, so here you can notice 3 to 4, actually 4 to 5 forms are visible here. Okay, so let me show you the same. So this is my page, and firstly I'll click on this Meta Business Tool, and after that I'll directly click on this all tools section from this left hand side. Well, I'm really sorry for that. And after that, here you will find the option of instant forms at the end. Okay, so directly click on that, and in this way you will be redirected to the lead ads form. Okay, so here you can notice several forms are already created, and I will work on this specific form. Let me even show you the preview of this form. Well, I will have to click on this arrow button, and here you can notice I'm collecting the email, full name, phone number, and I'm also collecting the city and the address. Okay, I'm really sorry, let me show you the same. Well, it is not visible, so you can see the same form here also. Remember, I have just shown you the same form initially. All right, so coming back to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and now I'll click on this button save and send test request, and after that you will have to carefully read the instructions. Okay, so first of all, it is saying that please note that after clicking on the save and send test request button, you will need to make a sample submission of your lead generation form by clicking on the preview form button by filling out the form. Okay, so yes, I'm going to fill out the form, but because I'm not running any live advertisements, so I will have to make use of lead ad testing tool. Yes, what is this Facebook lead ad testing tool? Well, you can directly visit this documentation link, that is this learn more, and from here you can actually find out the link of that Facebook lead ad testing tool. Okay, so let me show you the same form. All right, so this is the Facebook lead ad testing tool, and here you can find all the pages and all the forms associated with your pages. Okay, so these are the several pages, and this is the section of the form. Okay, so currently I'll close this page because I have already opened this page. Well, this is the Facebook lead ad testing tool, and from here I have already selected my school page, and I have also selected the form, that is this registration form. Now clicking on this preview form button, and now I will provide the details one by one. So how about I provide some random details, something like 98888 and 88888. Well, I am providing only the dummy details. Let me also provide some random email ID, and here in which class you want to take the admission. So how about I add this 5th, and now firstly I will select the city as Bhopal. Okay, now finally I'll click on this next and submit button, and as soon as the lead submission is done, here you will notice that the details of that form will be received here as a response. Okay, let me even show you the details one by one. So here you can clearly notice the same city, the same class, the same email address, the same dummy username, and the phone number as well. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between Facebook lead ad form and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards what will happen, every time any new lead is arrived via this form, the details of that lead will be captured via Pabbly Connect instantly, because this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. Okay, so in this way the first step of our automation is done. Now our objective is to send this lead data to different Google Sheets. Okay, so if the case was about adding the lead data directly into a single spreadsheet, in that case we can directly select Google Sheets here in the action. But in my case, the use case here to send the leads to different Google Sheets. Well, in order to send the same data to different Google Sheets, I will have to use the router feature, and in those router steps I will connect to my spreadsheet account. Okay, well, router is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can create conditional automations. Okay, so I have selected the same, and here you can notice 2 router step are already added, and from this button you can add as many as router step as you want. Okay, so in this particular case we are going to create 3 router step. One is for the Bhopal, another one is for Indore, and the last one for city. Okay, from this 3 dot you can actually rename these router step. Okay, so how about I rename the first router step as Bhopal, and you just need to click on the set filter and action step, set this filter, and further directly select the Google Sheets application. Okay, so in this way I am going to send the above lead data to different Google Sheets based on the location they are selecting. Okay, so let us set up this automation for this Bhopal location. Okay, so you will have to assume that the lead has submitted Bhopal as location. So whenever they are selecting Bhopal as the location, this router step should be executed. Okay, so let us set the filter. Okay, so in this select label you will find the same data which we have captured from our Facebook lead ad form application. Okay, so firstly I'll select the city field here, and in the filter type I will select this equal to, and I want that if the city is actually equal to Bhopal, in that case this router step should be executed. Okay, so you will notice that this condition will be true because currently we have actually got the information, got the city as Bhopal only. Okay, all right, so the condition is true, and whenever the condition is true, what will happen? The next step will be executed, and in our case we will set the next step as of Google Sheets. All right, so I have selected the application. Now I am going to connect this Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Firstly I'll select the action event as add a new row. Now clicking on connect, then clicking on add a new connection, and then you will have to provide the access of your Google Sheets account. But because I have provided my access multiple times, so I am going to reuse those existing connection, clicking on save, and in this way my Google Sheets account will be immediately connected with the Pabbly Connect. All right, here you can notice it is connected, and just in case if you also want to reuse the existing connection, just make sure that you provide the access in the first time, and further you can also reuse the existing connection. Okay, so here you can notice because we are connected, whatever the spreadsheets are available inside my Google Sheets account have started visible here. Okay, so in this particular router step I want that the lead information should be sent to this specific spreadsheet, that is this Bhopal leads, via Facebook lead ad form. So I'll be searching for the same, and here you can find the same spreadsheet. Okay, in the sheet I have a single sheet only, so again I'll select the same. Well, you can notice it has got selected automatically, and as soon as the spreadsheet and sheet is selected, whatever the columns we have added inside our spreadsheet, the same column name will be fetched up here as the fields. You can notice we have name, email, phone, location, address, and the same columns are here also. That is the name, email, phone, location, and address. Okay, so now you tell me that from where I am going to provide the details. Remember, we have already captured the lead information as a response of our first step of our trigger step, or we can say of our Facebook lead ad step. Okay, so as soon as I'll click on this field, you will find the same data, the above data here in the drop down. Now you just need to select the data, and in this way the details will be added, or we can say the details will be mapped. Okay, so in the same way I'm going to map the data in other fields also, but you must be thinking that what is this mapping? Okay, so whatever the details I'm mapping here from the drop down, these details will be replaced automatically when our automation will work in real time in next time. Okay, so I have provided the details, and again I am repeating this, whatever the details you will map here will be replaced automatically, and whatever you will specify here will remain same. Okay, so here it is asking for the class. Okay, that is fifth. Well, I'm really sorry because I have added the column name as address. Well, it should be city. Okay, so how about I firstly change this as city, and now firstly I'll click on this refresh button, but how about I click click on this button, but I'm expecting an error because I have just changed the column name. Alright, don't worry, I'll show you how to correct it. Okay, let us check whether the details have been added or not. Well, the lead data is already added. Let me show you. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to correct the formatting of this spreadsheet. Alright, I hope everything is visible to you. So you can notice the same name, the same email address, the same phone location, and in the city we have got the class update. Okay, don't worry, I will change it. In place of city, it should be class. Alright, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. And now I want that the same column name should updated here. So I just need to click on this refresh fields, and after that I will check whether the data is updated, the field name is updated or not. Okay, so give me a second, and here you can notice it is updated. So how about I map this class once again, clicking on this button, and as soon as I do that, response will be received here. That means the data has been added. Okay, so how about I delete one existing entry. Okay, so the first step of our automation, well, I'm really sorry, this is the second step of our automation, which is connecting Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect and sending the lead data into our first spreadsheet, that is this Bhopal leads. Okay, so our first router step is done. Now moving further, I will have to do the whole setup, the same setup in router 2 as well as in router 3 step as well, and I will also have to rename these two steps. Okay, but here I also have a short trick. Instead of creating this router 2 and router 3 step from scratch, simply click on this 3 dot and now click on this clone button. So what will happen? In this way, your first router step will be cloned here, and if you will open this router step, you will see all the connections are already done. You just need to make few changes. Okay, so let me first rename this step, and instead of Bhopal, I will change it as Indore. Okay, and I am going to clone the very same step one more time. Okay, so clicking on this 3 dot, clicking on this clone button once again, and in this way the same step will be cloned once again. Okay, so how about I delete the existing router steps because now these are of no use. Alright, give me a second, let me delete this router step also, and finally once again I will rename my second step as Pune. Okay, so let me add the same, that is Pune, clicking on update, and I just need to make few changes. Okay, so clicking on this button, and here in the filter you will see that the value is set as Bhopal, so I will have to change this value, only this value. Okay, and now I'll click on this button, and you will notice that this time the condition will be false because currently we have the value as Bhopal and we are setting this condition for Pune, so that is why the condition is false. And what is the meaning of condition false? That means this automation should stop here only, and the further step, the next step should not be executed. Okay, so this is the meaning, but we are setting up an automation for our Pune location, so I want that whenever the condition is true, the next step should be executed. Basically the data should be added into my different spreadsheet, that is the Pune spreadsheet. Okay, well, why other spreadsheets are not visible? Alright, so I have clicked on this refresh button and waiting for the sheet to be updated here. Alright, so now you can notice all the spreadsheet, and here I'm selecting Pune spreadsheet, and in the sheet 1 again, because I have a single sheet only, so it has got selected automatically. And in this spreadsheet also I have this address column. Okay, so I will have to firstly change it as class. Alright, coming back to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Okay, first of all I will have to press enter. Alright, coming back to the Pabbly Connect dashboard, and I'll have to click on this refresh button once again. Okay, so how about I change this column name here also in this Pune as well as in the Indore city also? Well, I think I have already done this in my Indore spreadsheet. Now I will change here in my Pune spreadsheet as well. Okay, so give me a second. Alright, it is done. Okay, so let me click on this refresh button once again, and I'm really expecting that the address field will disappear from here and will change into class class field. Okay, so here you can notice we have this class field. Once again, clicking on this button and let me map the class as fifth. All right, so I have added the same. Now once again I'll click on this button and you will see that the same data will be added to my Pune spreadsheet automatically. Okay, but you must be thinking that this condition was false, then why my automation is executing the next step? Well, this is because whenever you will set the filters in your router steps, doesn't matter whether the condition is true or false, in the first time it will for sure add the data in your spreadsheet, or you can say it will for sure execute your next step. Okay, so let us check the Pune spreadsheet, and here you can notice once again we have the very same data. Let me once again correct all the formatting so that you can see the data very clearly. Once again you can notice we have the same details. Okay, and we have the location as Bhopal, but don't worry, when our automation will work in real time, you will get that specific value, that specific city. Okay, so now let us proceed further and set the router step for this Indore as well. But how about before I set this filter and action step for Indore, I capture this lead one more time, and this time I'll select the city as Indore only. So you just need to click on this recapture webhook response button once again, and you will notice that it will start waiting for the webhook response. And give me a minute, let me once again fill the lead information by preview this form, and this time I'm going to select Indore as the city, and the name of the person will be different, something like test user, and here also I'll change it as test user. Basically I have replaced the email address as well as the name of the person, and let me also update this phone number, and the class will be 10th. Now finally I'm clicking on this next button, clicking on the submit button, and as soon as the submission is done, you will notice that the details of that lead will be received here as a webhook response. Alright, fingers crossed, waiting for the response. So did you notice that the response is just received? Let me show you the details one by one, and here you can notice this time the city is as Indore. We have the class as 10th, test user at pabblytuts.com as email address, and here we have the name as well as the phone number. Okay, so once again it has clearly shown that our connection is working absolutely fine. Now moving further, and now I'll set this specific router step. Alright, so clicking on this button, and in the filter this time I'll change the value as Indore. In place of Bhopal, I will change the value as Indore because I'm setting up this router step for this Indore city only. Now when I'll click on this button, you will notice that this time this condition will be true. Why? Because currently we actually have the value as Indore only, the city as Indore only. Okay, so whenever this condition is true, once again our next step should be executed in this specific router step, and here we have the next step as Google Sheets only. So I just need to change my spreadsheet. Okay, so in place of Bhopal I want the Indore spreadsheet. Alright, so I have clicked on this refresh fields button. Alright, give me a second. So the fields have been refreshed, selecting this Indore lead city, and in the sheet once again you will notice that the same city, I'm really sorry, the same sheet will be selected. Alright, you can notice currently we do not have any data. Moving further, and now I will map another details. Okay, so we have the name as test user. Alright, give me a second. Alright, so this is the name. We have the email address also. Let me also map the details in other three fields, asking for the phone number. Now it is asking for the location. We have the location as Indore, and lastly we have the class as 10th standard. Okay, directly clicking on this button, and you will see that once again the details will be added automatically to my spreadsheet, and here you can notice the data is arrived. Let me once again correct the formatting of my spreadsheet. Alright, so that you can see the data very clearly. Okay, so once again the presence of this data clearly shows that our automation is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards what will happen? every time a new lead is arrived, our automation will check that what city, what location, what choice they have added, and based on that choice it is going to execute that specific router step. In this way, our automation will be created, will be run based on the conditions. And to automate this whole process, you need to create this workflow inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that, you can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case, if you want to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of my workflow into the description box. So simply click on this link and sign up for free into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access the same workflow inside your own Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.